right attitude is very important, because employer is giving a lot of weightage on this right attitude.
If you are young, you go into the company. More importantly is that you are going to the company for a career and not just for the job. I think this is very important. And when we hire people, we are looking at people that's coming here for a career and not just take a job. That's it. You know, how much are you going to pay me? So it's really important that what we look at, you know, you have to really look at what is this company for and whether they can give you a career and it's not just a job. So, and open mind is very important, and attitude is one thing that we would like to emphasize. You have to take initiatives, being very positive, and be proactive. As an engineer, I hate the engineering department before, and we are there to solve problems. And every time when there's a problem, I don't just tell me what's the problem. I ask for solution. So you give me a problem, probably it should come up with 2 or 3 solutions to that.
To be a successful engineer and to be successful in your career, other than engineering skills, you need to go in with an open mind. You need to have good people skills. Remember, good people skills will bring you very far. Number 2, be hardworking. And number 3, don't be too calculative. Yeah, that is very important, because I notice a lot of especially younger employees in the organizations I work for and the organization I'm currently running, they'll always say, okay, you pay me $2,000 salary, I do $2,000 of work for you. If you don't pay me $2,500, I give you $2,000 quality of work. But bosses don't like to see that. And if everyone does that, but you alone are less calculative and you're more hardworking, then you'll go further up in the organization.
If you look at the companies, more importantly is what is the career progression for you? What's the career path? So this is very important. I mean, if you are fresh out, you start with the engineers. There's always an opportunity for you to go all the way to a principal engineer if you don't want to go into management. So you're more on the technical ladder path. If you like managing people, then you can go into the management path. So in most companies, I think they definitely have a very structured career path for all of you. One important thing about charging your career is also networking. You know, I find that networking is very important, because you probably have to network, not just be network with your boss, but network with many people around you. So when you start to talk to different people, you get to know, you know, what's in it for you. So it could be social media, it could be through different departments, like if you're in engineering, you talk to people in purchasing, you talk to people in sales. So you get to know more. And sometimes it helps you in your career as well. Because when people know about you and people know about your performance, basically if you are good and there's always other opportunity available, the first thing they'll think about you. So I think that's one part about networking, how to charge your career. So of course, if you talk about your career progression, it's basically you need to understand what are the core competencies needed for you to move on to the next level.
If you ask me for career advice, I would say do your networking. You may come across friends or companies that your friends are working in that require certain management role or certain business development role that can marry your engineering background with your entrepreneurial background with your business experience.
It was in 1998. So I started to look for a job, but with the skill that I have, I actually got a job very easily as a process engineer. So at that time it was Gen Plus. So I started off as a process engineer, one of the pioneer, and of course I grew my career and I became the head of engineering. So if I look back at that time, I didn't really regret that I took on a mechanical engineering course. And of course, in my working time, I actually took on a degree because that's required, as you know, I took on a managerial role. But it's really not necessary because I felt that working experience is more important than just education, because education is just probably 25%, and experience and exposure actually take up most of the percentage.
A further study, a degree or a MSc or even a PhD, for us, for engineers, actually does not really, I mean, it doesn't really reinforce your career. Basically, still your basic experience, right, that you have gone through for the past 10, 20 years are very important, right? So for me, if I have a diploma in the first place and I finally secure a degree, what I do, I will still stick to my job, right? Stick to my job and use the degree I have to enhance my job. That means, for example, if you are an engineer in the production line, so you actually use your degree to enhance your already established working experience in the company. I think your boss will appreciate that you have a degree, and that also depends, that degree, how does that degree help you? Because that degree could be relevant to your work. If better still is relevant to your work, then it will be very valuable. But if the degree is not really relevant to your work, then the degree, let me tell you, it's better for you to stick there and just use your degree to enhance yourself. Otherwise, you switch job. For example, you study, you are in building line, then you study manufacturing, you switch into manufacturing, you are considered as not quite experienced, inexperienced. So you probably will not be paid off very well because the company still consider you as a fresh graduate, although you are not young. So my suggestion is make use of the degree you have just secured, to enhance your existing career.